Thank you, Lauren. Okay, then, so we're going to pass over to Larry, and we will start the speeches.
Thank you, Larry.
Okay, thank you. First of all, on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, I'd like to welcome you to and thank you for coming to celebrate the special day. As most of you are aware, Jim's mum and dad aren't with us. But we'd like to send the best thoughts and the whole thinking about the whole family. I know Lauren and Jim are delighted to have you all here to celebrate their wedding day, but most of you are special, especially to Jim, because he's paying the bill.
I thought you was.
So for those of you that haven't met Lauren in the past few years, you'll know her as a sensible, reliable, hard-working young woman. However, that's not always been the case. Lauren's mum and I started our family with Ryan and Ria. Where is she? Lauren and I, family with Ryan and Ria, and though it was a piece of cake, so why not have another one? We thought there should be a breeze. But now we had the baby that didn't want to sleep, didn't want to follow rules, and definitely didn't want to conform. And this tendency didn't improve with age, I have to say. Lauren never liked bedtimes. She didn't want to miss out on the fun. She would argue with us every night, especially the fact that her sister Ria was always allowed to stay up when she wasn't. She did, even when she did go to bed, she would always fight sleep. I would often go up to find her asleep, sitting up with a pencil and a pad still in her hand. She was also a bit of a rule breaker. On one occasion, I went to pick her up from Sunday youth night at church. On the way home, she gasped, "Oh, Daddy, 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 Daddy." I said, "What is it? Have you forgotten your bag?" In the end, I had to pull over in the car. "I've done something awful," Lauren said. "I fear the worst." As you can imagine, the thoughts that went through my head. And she said, "I've had my belly button pierced." She was 14 at the time. After the initial shock, we never spoke about it for a long time. But Lauren wanted to show me. And I have to admit now, it was tastefully done. I just wonder what she says when Lachlan comes home and says, "I've had a tattoo and a piercing." Lauren's ambition when she was at school was to be the most popular girl, to go to the prom in a backless dress and a vintage car, which she achieved. However, as a result, she didn't quite have the academic grades she required to go to college. This then led her to move to Swindon just after turning 16 to pursue her dance career, which she continued in Northern School of Contemporary Dance. This then led to what we can only describe as the party years. And we won't go into that in too much detail. Time started to change when Lauren started to work with David Lloyd, or rather at David Lloyd's, as a personal trainer. She was soon promoted to master trainer when she began to love teaching. She then decided to go back to university and complete her degree, where she achieved a first-class honours degree. and then her PGCE at Birmingham University. Her teaching career has progressed very quickly, and she is now an assistant team leader. Obviously something positive happened at David Lloyd's. That's had a profound effect on her. I wonder what that could have been. I have to say that one of the most positive lessons learned from you, for Lauren, from you, is that she can wear an outfit more than once. It was an honour when Jim came to see me and asked me for Lauren's hand in marriage. I had no hesitation in saying yes. I found him to be a kind, considerate person who fitted in well with the family, and I know he makes Lauren very happy. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for taking care of Lauren, and also for being such a good dad to Lachlan. Although your your DIY skills leave a little bit to be desired. Jim, have you got a toolbox? Lachlan, have you got a toolbox? He might have to show his dad what to do, how to do it. Lauren, it was an honour and a privilege walking you down the aisle today. Your mum and I are very proud of you. You're a fantastic mum, and the three of you make a beautiful family. Just to finish off, I'd like to leave Jim with some words of wisdom. Marriage is like a fine wine. It gets better with age, as long as you put a cork in it.
Hello? I don't know where are the flowers on. Thank you, Larry. Some lovely words there, and I'm sure we'd all agree that DIY isn't for everybody. It's definitely not for me. Anyway, actually, I'd just like to take the opportunity to say thank you to Larry, but also his partner Anne, for everything they do for us, but also the amazing relationship that you've built with Lachlan over the last almost 2 years. So thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you very much. So, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, a couple of children, and also anyone who sneaks in for the free booze and food, which there's definitely a few faces I don't recognise, so no names, Lauren, but yes, thank you, welcome. But no, seriously, firstly, I think for myself and Lauren, we would like to express our gratitude and humility to all of you for making the effort to attend today and to celebrate the marriage of the new Mr. and Mrs. Robinson. You can have a drink at this one if you want. You don't have to have a drink, but you can if you want, so it's there if you need it. But no, it's not lost on us that we've dragged you all out with just 3 days to go into a large, jolly, rather hairy stranger. He's due to break into your house, eat all of your mince pies, and drink all of your sherry. So please, if Steve Matthews does turn up, just tell him to get out, would you? Get out, Steve. Get out. But no, have a lovely Christmas from all of us. As I say, seriously, it means the world to have you all here today. For my family, with my amazing sister Jenna, her partner Dan and my nephew Charlie, my auntie Anne, Uncle Stephen and my nan, thank you for being here today, Lauren's sister Ria, her brother Alex, along with Mary who travelled a long distance to be with us, and not forgetting Uncle Joe, if you've not met yet, probably be hugging the dance floor a little bit later on, so welcome Uncle Joe, and thank you. And then to our friends, so everybody else. So people that we've known since school, people that we've met along the way. To all of those who managed to get childcare this evening, well done, enjoy it, have a drink, congratulations. And we've even managed to get globe-trotting superstar geography teachers all the way from Abu Dhabi, right here tonight. So thank you for making that journey, Kev, and obviously your partner as well. But honestly guys, you are the people we love, and we thank you for being with us on our special day. We can't celebrate such an important occasion without paying respect to those that have played such an integral part of mine and Lauren's lives, but sadly can't be with us today. So firstly, I'd like to thank my nan Olive and Grandpa Arthur Bullen, along with my Uncle James. I'd also like to thank my Granddad Harold Robinson for all they did whilst I was growing up. We'd also like to thank Lauren's nans, Josephine and Gwyn, and we can't forget Jed the dog, who was the best friend and companion.
Yeah.
So on to the thank yous, and I've got it in big writing here, it says thank you, so I know it's this part. So to Lauren's mum, Anne. This is, yeah. Let's go. You'll know Anne, you'll know Anne, you'll know better. She'd have been around at some point. Yeah, there you go. So since meeting over 8 years ago, Anna's wrapped her arms around me and Lauren and has shown unwavering support to help us keep moving forward, whatever challenges we may face. And until recently, I'm pretty sure I held the title of favourite son-in-law. But with the arrival of John on the scene, Ria's a lovely partner, great guy, really good at golf, really super nice. I do feel that crown may have slipped somewhat. So I'm just going to use today, John, and the marriage to Lauren to say that the crown is still firmly on. And John, come at me, bro. Yeah, that one's settled. I'd also like to mention Tony, Anne's partner, who over the last 3 years has become a solid pillar in our lives, always providing sound advice and providing a warm and welcoming home for myself, Lauren and Lachlan to spend time. If I'm honest, and if Tony was honest, probably a little bit too much time. Never. Especially with the amount of Coke Zero that Lauren steals along the way. I know, it must cost you a fortune.
Zero.
Now they say if you want to know what your wife will look like in 20 years, look at their mother. I frequently laugh and joke with Anne about this. And exactly how the thought terrifies me. However, I'm sure you'd all agree how beautiful Anne looks today. And I can promise that beauty is definitely matched on the inside. Getting those points in there, aren't I? But no, seriously. So Anne, I just want to say, I'll be a very lucky guy if Lauren was to follow in your footsteps. Okay, who we got next? Hello, like a A4 folder. Right, I'm going to keep this really short and simple because it'll be tough for me. That's the live stream. So, to my mum and dad, everything good in me is from you, and you'll always be with me. So I can ask everyone to stand up, and please raise a toast for the original Mr. and Mrs. Robinson. Ian and Keza, we love you. We love you. Okay, thank you guys. We'll grab a seat. Thank you very much. And I'm okay. And I'm okay, yeah. Okay, so a special mention to Ria. John, how have you got here again? Erica and Kenny, who are constant in our lives, whether it be cooking us Sunday dinner, taking us for Sunday dinner, or just feeding us in general. You guys are amazing, and definitely look after us, whatever it may be, and also are loyal to the core. So thank you very much for everything that you do. We'd also not like to forget the amazing care and love that you show Lachlan, and the three of us appreciate everything you guys do for us. So I believe at this point we'd like all of those people to come and grab flowers and bits and pieces. Thank you, Lauren. This is Anne, by the way, if you don't know Anne. This is Anne. Thank you. This is Erica. Thank you, Erica. Kenny, you don't like flowers, mate, so don't give him anything. Yeah, don't worry. Who's that for, Lauren? Ria. Thank you, Ria, for everything you do. Kerry, so if you give that to Jenna. Yep, that's for my mum and dad and Kerry. And that's also for you as well, Jen, so you double bubbled there tonight. Is that everything, Lauren?
That's, yeah, good.
Thank you to my wife, Lauren. Okay, so massive thank you to the bridal party for contributing to the special day and all your help to get Lauren drunk on her hen do. Lauren, again. She keeps telling me she'll never look at a piece of art in the same way again. Maybe you'll be able to enlighten me a little bit later on. To my best men, Jimmy and Toby, who I'll definitely be kind to as I know you're still to go. Thank you for arranging the stag do that will live long in whatever memory I have left. And of course the nitrous crew, you know who you are, who left scars on the poor locals of Albufeira, and in particular anyone who attended the Ladorado Beach Bar on Friday the 8th of July 2022. Messy. Lauren, do we have anything for those people, or?
Yes.
Yes. In the same dish, that's really classy. Really classy.
That's
for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The budget are going to be dry at that point. Yeah. The night cost us a fortune, so we apologise for the Malibu and apology. So, lastly, but definitely not leastly, to my Lauren, my rock, my drive, my inspiration, my best friend, and today I can say the new Mrs. Robinson. I've been lucky enough to have found you 8 years ago and to have spent all that time with you. There has been so many wonderful times, from our first kiss at a karaoke bar in Birmingham. Again, classic. I won't sing what I sang, but NSYNC could definitely say. Our first date at Cafe Rouge in Stratford-upon-Avon, and in particular the drive home. Our first house in Hampton Arden, which we love to this day. Many nice holidays abroad, with Mexico being an amazing experience. Plenty of walks with Jed the dog, who we miss very much. And many a birthday or anniversary celebration with close friends or family. Lauren, none of these things would have been complete without you by my side. So when I finally grew the courage, when I finally grew the courage to ask you to marry me back in July 2020, I knew you were the one for me, and that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. In March 2021, we became the proud parents to Lachlan James Robinson, wherever he may be. He's over there, yeah, having a party, of course he is, good lad.
Are you alright?
You alright, yeah? Good, couple of shots in, good lad. Yeah, there he is, And since then, I've seen you grow to become the most amazing mom, and me and Lachlan are so grateful for everything you do for us.
Yeah.
The support you have shown me over the last 5 weeks, whilst I've gone through the hardest time of my life, is something I'll never forget. You have been amazing and shown so much strength when I needed it the most, so thank you. So from the young lady I met all those years ago, to now the most beautiful person, friend, daughter, sister, mom, and with the greatest of pleasure I can now say wife. Lauren, you are my everything, and I cannot wait to share the rest of my life with you, making memories as I go. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like everyone, if you could please stand up for me and just raise a toast to Lauren, but also to the new Mr. and Mrs. Robinson. Thank you guys, amazing. Really appreciate it. Lauren, love you. And I'll hand over to Jimmy and Toby to crucify me.
Thank you, James. I think there's just one mic.
Just ask for the mic.
Yeah. Can do.
Is there a second mic in, guys, or is it just two? Just one? Just one mic, yeah? Right.
Okay. Okay, that's a good start. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
First of all, I would just like to say, well done, Jim. That was a truly touching speech and something that's very difficult to deliver under the current circumstances. We would just like to start by saying we're very proud of you, mate.
Yeah, well done, mate. Big love. So in case you don't know, I'm Toby.
I'm Jimmy.
And we're the best men. And we are very happy to preside over the only 10 minutes of the day that Lauren didn't actually plan. What an amazing day so far. So I really hope we don't lower the tone too much and we get in trouble.
Before we do lower the tone, can I just say how beautiful Lauren looks today?
Stunning. Jim, you are a lucky man. And clearly punching. And Jim, like, you look... I'm glad you turned up today not completely hungover. For anyone that was at Jimmy Hannah's wedding, let's just say you did very well to get through that day. We had strict instructions from Lauren to get tucked into bed nice and early last night. I'm not sure we quite managed that actually, but I blame Kenny. And for the bridal party, you all look great and did a wonderful job today. It's a real honour for both of us to be Jimmy's best men and be part of such a special occasion. Although Jim was best man for both of us at our wedding, so I guess he didn't have too much choice. It was a little bit awkward. So where do we start with Mr. James Ian Robinson? Well, for starters, he's handsome, witty, intelligent. Oh, sorry, mate. What did we told here? What else did you want me to say? Seriously though, whilst Jim is known as the alpha male in our group and generally a cool, calm, and collected geezer, the Jim you all know and love has definitely got his fair share of embarrassing stories. And I know he would love nothing better than for us to share with you all today. After all, that is our role.
Absolutely. So I've had the privilege of being friends with Jim for well over 25 years. And most significantly, we spent 2 years together travelling Asia and Australia. I feel a bit of a deja vu actually. I feel like I've been in a similar situation. A beautiful building, lots of smart looking people sat as you are. Jim, centre of attention, at the front. Don't worry Lauren, Jim has not been married before. No. This was in fact Jim standing in the dock at Southport Courthouse in Queensland, Australia.
Number one of many.
At the end of a night out in Surfers Paradise, Jim was in the queue for a McDonald's. Someone proceeded to push in front of him. There were a few words exchanged and then a scuffle broke out. Jim was arrested for a fray, spent a night in a cell and summoned to court. Anyone that knows Jim well knows not to get in the way of Jim and food. That man can eat. This is not the first time that Jim had started a punch-up waiting for his food. However, he does usually get away with it. We were on a stag do in Santorini, Greece. At the end of the night, we once again find ourselves in McDonald's. Jim was waiting for his food when guess what? Someone approached him. I turned around just in time to see Jim throw the shittest punch you've ever seen in your life. All hell broke loose. This resulted in a 20-man brawl, with the majority of us turning up to the wedding the next day covered in cuts and bruises and black eyes. Jim, however, did not have a scratch on him. I'm sure I haven't had my last black eye due to Jim's huge appetite. I think you will all agree that the food has been absolutely fantastic today. Now, if you do have any left, I suggest you cover your plates, as Jim will be round in a minute to clear up.
Yeah, hands off my pudding, Jim. I'm also lucky enough to call Jim one of my oldest friends, first meeting him over 30 years ago. We're talking 1990, Chilcot Primary School in Hall Green. Now, I couldn't stand up here and talk about Jim without mentioning my favourite teacher of all time. And my very first, my reception teacher, the legend, that is the original Mrs. Robinson, aka Jim's mum. Now, we're all absolutely devastated that Kerry and Ian cannot be with us today in person, but they are here in spirit and they are watching live over there, so actually, hi guys. And from all of us here today, we're sending the biggest love to you both. And I do have a special message to read out. Too much tech, just print this stuff. Right, there we go. Okay, so best wishes from Kerry and Ian as you begin an amazing new life together. This is just the start of a truly magical future as man and wife. May all the years you have to look forward to be filled with love and happiness. May you make memories that last a lifetime and you can treasure forever. Have a wonderful day. So, it was in her reception class I would first meet Jim, but not actually as a fellow classmate, as he didn't go to our school. Mrs. Robinson introduced the new teaching assistant, James, her son. Dressed in a shirt and tie and loving his power, he looked much older than us skinny little 5-year-olds. He had facial hair, his voice had already broken. He was physically bigger than us. I mean, you don't get the primary school nickname, the fridge, for nothing. But as we've heard and know, this is probably more food related. He marked our work, he even gave us homework. So it was only when we met again on our first day at secondary school, being in the same class, we all laughed, because actually he was the same age as all of us. But ever since that second time we met, he's been a great friend, and I've always really valued our friendship. We've had a lot of fun throughout our school and college years and beyond with Jim's wicked sense of humour. He's always bringing a smile to people's faces. And anyone that knows Jim, he's a pretty cool guy. I mean, he's good looking, he's good at football, he's charismatic, he's going to have an even bigger head after this, isn't it? And it's no secret that he was a hit with the ladies. And this was validated at the end of school awards, which was voted for by the pupils, with Jim winning the most fanciful male 2002. He was also very popular among the female population at other local schools, which, being his mate, introduced us to all different groups of girls too. So cheers for that, Jim. Rumours were that even his Spanish teacher fancied him. And sorry, Lauren, that he was, in our group, the top shagger.
If you Google the perfect best man speech, it will often say, do not mention the stag. So we're going to do just that. For all of Jim's poise and charm, this seemed to be left in Birmingham as soon as we got on the plane to Portugal. We dressed him up as a giant baby, and he completely took to the role. He was uncontrollable, annoying loud, and started to strip down to his pants. In fairness, this was after we made him drink every top shelf liquor they sold. This wasn't enough though. No, not for Jim. He then proceeded to drink everyone else's drinks on the plane. It took 4 of us to strap him to the air hostess's seat at the back, to keep him away from the public, who, by this point, were very concerned for their own safety.
The charges have now been dropped and the statements retracted. Just joking this time. As drunk and wild as Jim was though, he continued long into the night, going from bar to bar, necking all the nasty drinks we gave to him. And this did include doing a crazy shot challenge in one particular bar, so just picture it, he can barely stand at this point. And he'd be sitting down at the barmaid slaps a tin hat on him, and it's an absinthe challenge, pouring dentist chair down the back of his throat. She proceeded then to whack him over the head with a shovel. More absinthe. A steel bin. Bang. More absinthe. A fire extinguisher. Bang. And the guy just kept going. He was an absolute great sport and showed us how it was all should be done. Now apparently there's a custom that the best men read out messages from absentees. That's what it said on Google.
Yeah.
But we have a special note from a good friend of Jim's and the Nitrous crew member, Rob Butler, who couldn't be here today as he's in Lapland with the family. We asked for a few nice words, but after reading it, not gonna lie, we thought probably best not to share, as it was indeed another great story about Jim in Miami involving a con woman, roofies and cops. You might want to ask him about that one at the bar later. Anyway, Rob sends his best regards, congratulations, and apologies he couldn't be with you both today. Now, growing up, Jim has always been very shrewd when it comes to money. He always seemed to have a load of cash stuffed under his bed. He wasn't a drug dealer, although him being the face of Birmingham Runner surely couldn't have paid that well. But Jim is generous though, and had a fantastic money lending facility that has a group of poor teenagers going out drinking and clubbing 3 or 4 nights every weekend. We were all regular customers at what became aptly known as the Bank of Jim Robinson. Pretty sure I'm still paying off a personal loan from 2004 for a night out on cheeky Vintos and vodka Red Balls in Rose's karaoke bar.
I did also visit the Bank of Jim Robinson for a slightly larger purchase. Jim lent me money to buy a new car. Unfortunately, being too young, I couldn't get insured on this rocket of a car. So I sold it for a profit, at which Jim took his 10% APR.
These loans were often arranged before a night out at our local town in Solihull. And with Jim's house being closest, we'd meet round there for pre-drinks and collect our cash. If Jim's parents weren't in, we'd also raid their alcohol cupboard and end up drinking all sorts of spirits and liquors. So Ian and Kelly, sorry about that.
Now, when writing this speech, we thought about what we could do to please Lauren. Lauren obviously loves music and dance, but this proved difficult for a couple of guys with little talent. However, we did manage to rope in some help. Please, can I welcome to the stage Mr. Dave
Breeze. You weren't expecting that one, were you? Yeah, we'll share it, yeah?
Yeah.
We'd like 2 mics.
Do you want me to give you this one?
Go on.
Yeah.
This one's for the Robinsons, Lauren and Jim. Feel free to sing and join in. 22nd of December 22. Now it's time to do it for you. Na 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 Jim and Lauren, na 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 na. Na 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 Jim and Lauren, na 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 na. Come on, everyone up. Na Jim and Lauren, na 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 na. Na 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 Jim and Lauren, Jim and Lauren. Lauren tame the beast. Jim's hungry for a feast. They're both in love, but he needs a snack at least. They're bright and blue. They'll have Nookie in the room. They're both in love. Hope they're both liking this tune. Larky's on fire. Robinsons are unified. Their love is higher. What a lovely service, we all cried. Larky's on fire. Robinsons are unified. Their love is higher. Na 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 Jim and Lauren, na 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 na. Na 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 Jim and Lauren, na 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 na. Na 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 Jim and Lauren, na 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 na. Na 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 Jim and Lauren, Jim and Lauren. You want one more? Yeah.
Should we do it? One more.
One more.
Just go for it.
Come on, let's go. Come on, everyone on their feet, please, let's go! Lauren is a dancer, she is Jim's companion. You can feel love in the air. Lauren's girls are nitrous, clap your hands and join us. You can feel love in the air. Everyone, whoa, Jim and Lauren. Oh, you can feel it in the air. Oh, Jim and Lauren. Oh, Laure to the end. She was not a Newman, now she's Robinson, and here we got it from mainland Beijing. What a big day it was for him. Lauren looks stunning. What a great wedding, gonna party hard into the evening. Have a good day. See you on the dance floor. Keep laughing and loving, cause we want more. Congrats to you both for the wedding of the year. Marriage coming tough, but have no fear. You got each other and all of us here. Be happy, enjoy your love, it is clear. Emotions are high, those in the tea. It's time for the beer. Now time for a beer. Let's go, let's go. One more time, one more time. Lauren is a dancer, she is Jim's companion. You can feel love in the air. Lauren's girls are nitrous, clap your hands and join us. You can feel it in the air. Come on everyone now. Whoa, Jim and Lauren. Whoa, you can feel it in the air. Whoa, Jim and Lauren. Whoa. Now, you won't believe we wrote that last night. No joke. Some of those lyrics my 11-year-old daughter wrote in the car park yesterday, so thanks to everyone joining in. But we're not finished. You'll be sick of us.
Right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Right, serious bit now. During my time travelling with Jim, we were under each other's feet. We lived together, we worked together, saw sights together, and partied together. In all this time, we never once argued. I witnessed firsthand patience, kindness, the ability to connect with people from all different backgrounds and nationalities, and above all, Jim always lit up the room with his humour and charm. These are many qualities which we can already see in lovely Lachlan today. It's been a pleasure over the last year or so watching Jim and Lauren adapt to parenthood and raise such a beautiful little boy. I would like to raise a toast to the beautiful little Lachlan. To Lachlan.
Lachlan. Someone needs to.
Further testament to Jim's character is that Jim has a lot of friends. Jim has friends from various different groups and stages of his life, including a very close-knit group of friends called the Nitrous Crew. We have stuck together through thick and thin over the last 20 years. We're all different characters, but most importantly, appreciate the difference in each other. We hold the same values and morals in the way we go about life and treat other people. Jim has been an important part of that friendship, so here's to the next 20 years. Please help us raise a toast to friendship. To friendship.
Very nice, that Jim. Now, Jim and Lauren both have a huge passion for the gym and have both made successful careers out of their love and health and fitness. And it's at David Lloyd, as we heard earlier, where they were both personal training. They first capped eyes on each other across the gym floor. And Jim always brought his training and nutritional knowledge into our group of friends. Although, clearly looking at the lads today, very few of us have actually taken anything on board. Now, in his younger days, he loved showing off his muscles, either in a very tight, low plunging V, or just tops off altogether. So don't be surprised if we get a glimpse of the Adonis later tonight. Although we are in the over 35s category now, mate, and the rig ain't quite what it was, eh? I remember meeting Lauren for the first time, and she was obviously attractive, but she was such good fun, bubbly and confident, and she was telling me how much she really likes Jim, and how she'll be the one who tames the player. And Lauren, all credit to you. It's obvious to see why you are the woman for him. We know Jim adores you and your beautiful boy Lachlan. And finally, you are now also husband and wife. I think you'll agree that you make a fantastic couple, and she really was the one who tamed the player. Lauren, you are perfect for Jim and make a great team. And behind every great man is a great woman, and you certainly are that and more.
Jim and Lauren, congratulations for today, and we wish you a very happy marriage. If there was one bit of advice that we could give you, it would be, don't take advice from us. Now please, can we all stand and charge those glasses as we raise a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, Jim and Lauren.
Please dance.